Good morning. So today we're going to be going down Leadmine Trail in Sturbridge. Nice little area here that has maps that you can take with you to go on the trails. And then they have a map posted here with all the information needed about the area. So let's get off on our journey. It's got a really good sized parking area for people to come in. You can see straight ahead through the trees there is where the trail actually begins, so that's where we're headed. As you can see by the sign, there's several trails here. They're all relatively short. Nice for a walk out. Today I think we're going to be doing the Leadmine one, which is the longest one, 2.5 miles, but we may take some side trips off to get there. And as you can see, there's several of them that are accessible for wheelchairs too. And all the trails have good signage so you can find where you're going. Here's one of the trails, the Sand Hill Trail. Goes off into the woods this way. We may walk down there in a little bit. There's some nice sitting areas along the trail. You can just sit and watch and enjoy the views. Found a basketball hoop in the woods. And what appears to be somebody built a shelter out of fallen trees. Nice little pond out here. Alright, we're going to head out Knife Edge Trail. Caution, narrow trail, steep sides, and switchbacks. Let's see how much of a challenge this can be. A little bit of down trees over the trail here. It's well marked, as you can see. Every few feet or so, there's blue and white paint on the trees, which designates this trail. Each trail has its own color combination. I think I'm starting to understand the steep climb part of the sign. I don't see a marker here, but I have to believe this is the trail here. And as I say it, there's a marker. Walking pretty much along the top ridge of this hill and all these rocks. This is definitely a trail that you want to be in decent shape to walk on. It's barely maintained by keeping the trees out of the way. And everything else is climb over the rocks and the stumps. But it was absolutely amazing walking along here. Well, we made it over. We're back on Arbutus Trail, which is quite easier walking. Alright, we're going to be taking a turn up here on the Pogus Village Trail. This trail has a little bit of climbing involved, but that being said, it's much easier to walk on than the knife's edge. Not regretting the knife's edge. But maybe next time be in a little bit more better shape. For my dad, who couldn't resist stopping and taking pictures of flowers and mushrooms on any trail we walked on. And a couple more. I just found this plant on the side of the road. It's not in bloom anymore, but it's a jack in the pulpit. Very pretty when it's blooming. I have no idea what these are. I'm assuming some kind of a fungus. But they're kind of pretty. Alright, so we're joining on to Raven Rookery Road, or trail now, and to get to where I want to be in the grand scheme of things, we're going to head up over the hill this way. It fascinates me how someone a long time ago came to the top of this hill and built a stone wall. And it's still standing today. Alright, so we've just joined on to Mountain Laurel Trail. fairly aptly named, as if I'm not mistaken, this is all mountain laurel on both sides of the trail. So walking on the main trails, it's all nice and smooth and paved, but getting off on some of these side ones is so much nicer. Just more to explore. Just quiet and peaceful. So after all the trekking through the woods and the side trails, we're on Leadmine Trail now. Got about a 2-mile walk back to the car. But the trail looks relatively smooth and easy to walk on. I found this interesting. Tree that had fallen is now covered with mushrooms, all in a row going up the trunk. Coming up to a new trail. This just goes out to one of the parking lots. Apparently there's 3 parking lots to different areas of the trails. So for different access or easier access to different trails, there's other parking areas. We're going to be heading out this way still, out Leadmine Mountain Trail, back to where we parked. This is the Link Trail. It connects from Leadmine Mountain Trail over to, I believe it's called the Sawmill Trail. Nope, Seven Ridges Trail, to a sawmill. The Leadmine Trail does also connect at the beginning of the Seven Ridges Trail, but I figured take a quick shortcut through the woods to get over there. All right, and now we're starting down the Seven Ridges Trail. Slowly making our way back towards our parking area. It's been a great day out here. It's fairly cool, breezy, just a nice day for a walk out in the woods. Haven't run into too many people on the trails because this area is just so large. You can spend a lot of time just by yourself. They're doing some serious upgrades to this trail from what I started walking on, which was a footpath through the woods, to I just came around a corner and found a front end loader with some sand, spreading it and turning it into an accessible road like this, which is much nicer for walking on. or at least easier for walking on. Well, we're back at the Arbutus Trail, which is pretty close to where we started our walk today. So we should be heading towards the parking lot in about half a mile or so. Here's the Knife Edge Trail again that we walked earlier. I don't think I have the energy to do it again, so we'll head off back down the Arbutus Trail out towards the parking area. So earlier I had shown you these teepee looking structures in the woods, and initially I thought, wow, somebody had a lot of free time on their hands to lean up all these poles. But I learned from another hiker today that the Boy Scouts came out here to learn how to put up primitive shelters in the woods. So if you liked seeing this trail and following along with me, please hit like and subscribe. And in the comments, if there's a place in the area, pretty much New England, that you'd like to see a trail walked on, some video of the scene, let me know where, and I'll try to get it fit in. Have a great day, and thanks for coming on my walk.